Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name's Jen and I'm a self-taught nail enthusiast. And in today's video, I am going to be reviewing and giving you my first impressions of the new Modelones 6-watt mini nail lamp acrylic nail tips kit. We've all seen, everybody's tried it, and it's Modelones' turn. So let's open this baby up and see what I think. Okay, so obviously I've already opened this up because I have tried it out on my right hand and I just painted it because I have something to go to tomorrow. So this kit comes with your mini nail lamp, the 6-in-1 nail glue. It has 5 different nail shapes. I believe that's 250 nails. It's definitely comparing itself to the Beatles nail. I will pop a picture up top on the screen somewhere. One of their promo photos is basically saying that like their lamp is stronger and dries quicker and it's smaller and it has a little outline that looks exactly like the Beatles lamp. Now, starting with the lamp, I will say I like the fact that it's got a button that you can turn it on and off with. The other one, you just had to wait till the time ran out. However, the thing I don't like about it is it's only 30 seconds long. So that's a little annoying. My second thing is these nail tips. They come in these bags and you get 2 strips of 11 different sizes. So like you only get 2 uses out of each size, technically, because like I can only wear 5 of these sizes. Another thing is these are very small. So if you have smaller nail beds than I do, and this is just for reference, like you might have trouble trying these out. And then they just give you these like 2 little gifts. So you get like your French nail tip tapes and a chrome powder, and this is like a goldish red color. So I've already gone ahead and picked out my sizes. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to just be applying these nails and kind of talking about it as we go and like giving you some of their top pointers that I found. All of this information came from their Amazon page, so that's where I found all of this information. Okay, so I tried to follow their instructions to a T, except for the fact that they don't tell you to put any sort of like base coat down or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a coat of the 6-in-1 gel. I've already gone ahead and like prepped my nails. I didn't put any primer or dehydrator on because it does not say to do that. So I want to just stick to the rules as closely as I can, but to not put any sort of gel down beforehand just doesn't make sense to me. So that's my only cheat while we're here. And this is a 6-in-1 nail glue. I think Beatles was like a 5-in-1, whatever. So it's a nail glue, base coat, a nail strengthener, a top coat, a blooming gel, and an extension gel. That's a whole lot of things to be good at. I do like this gel, I will say. It's thick but not too thick, and it doesn't have a very strong smell like some other builder gels do that I've used. So I'm just going to let this cure and I'll be back. So before I even start applying this, I just kind of wanted to show you something because their whole bold claim on Amazon is that their nails are really strong and, you know, especially compared to other nails. Personally, I don't find that. I honestly think these are really cheap, thin nails that you could buy at like the drugstore or the dollar store. And one of the photos is like, oh, you know, like the whole thing, I've mentioned this before in other comparison videos, where if you bend it in half, like that white line should go away, and they're like, oh, ours doesn't, you know, leave a white line. Well, I bent one of the other nails before doing this, and it, first of all, like it's so easy to bend, and look at that like harsh line in the middle, and when I unbend it, it's not going away. As a matter of fact, it's like really hard to unbend. So I don't know what they're talking about, but it certainly stays, and it's even harder to like really get it back in its original shape. So I almost would have preferred if they hadn't done the whole 5 tips. It's cool, but I think it's just a waste in my opinion. One, as I mentioned, if you have bigger nail beds than I do, you're not going to be able to use this product. You're not going to be able to wear these nails. I even had trouble, like the thumbs, there's a gap that I kind of just like filled in with some builder gel with this gel. But like, I don't understand what, I don't know. I don't get it. Anyways, if you are into the 5-in-1, the tips do come in long and short cotton, almond, square, and stiletto. At first, I was like, ooh, that's like really cool, like such a great idea. But the more that I've played with these, I really just wish they didn't do that. I wish they would have just given you one nice set in a box or even plastic bags, for Christ's sakes. Like, come on. The fact that I gotta peel them off those little plastic things and then file the tips, like, I just feel like it was just really thoughtless. I know I sound like I'm being really harsh, but it's because I really like Modelones products and I'm kind of disappointed in the nails. So anyways, their claims are that these nails can last anywhere from 21 to 30 days. That's a bold claim for any nail tip or like extension set. Most of them claim 21, but I've never seen any of them claim 30 days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to update you guys on Instagram. So be sure and go follow me there. It's Luxe Nails by Jen. And I'll probably update you like in the stories or something on how long these guys last. Because, oh, I forgot to push the button. I just don't see them lasting that long, especially since their prep is really minimal and they're not telling you to use any dehydrator or primer or anything like that. And they don't even tell you to put like base coat on. So now I did mention that their claims about their lamp are, you know, that it's smaller and it's a faster drying lamp. Now in the instructions it does tell you to cure for a minute using their lamp. However, like I said, it only goes on for 30-second intervals. So what I've been doing is just doing the 30 seconds to get all the nails on, and then I'll put it in my big lamp and just do like a full cure. Another thing is that they guarantee a 5,000 hour use. That's a pretty long guarantee. I mean, considering I probably maybe use these little mini lamps for like 20 minutes at a time, I'd say that's a pretty good deal. Now, moving along to something that really annoys me, that not just Modelones does, but like a lot of companies do this. They will take a listing that has like 15,000 reviews on it, and they'll replace that listing with a newer product to make it look like they've got this like 4.5 5-star rating. But then when you go to the actual reviews, none of the reviews have anything to do with that product that you're purchasing. And case in point, with this item, I went to go look at the reviews because they already had like 4.5 stars. And when I started reading the reviews, they were all reviews on just regular nail tips, like older nail tips, or the polygel dual forms. What? That's not even, like, there were 3 that I saw that had to do with this actual kit. And to be honest, they weren't like that great of reviews. A lot of them were complaining about the same things that I'm complaining about, being that the nails are very small and that they're just kind of flimsy and thin. So to each their own. I'm warning you about it now. So, you know, I don't know. I'm liking the lamp. I'm liking the gel so far. My index finger and my pinkies are always the hardest to get on. And I keep forgetting to push the button because the other one doesn't have a button, the Beatles one. Another thing is they're kind of short, the tips. The long coffin is like your average long length, but I would say most of these are probably like a small to a medium length. So that's another thing to think about. Now, you can buy the nail tips individually, but I didn't see listed this 6-in-1 gel or the lamp on Amazon. I would have to check their website to get back to you and let you know if they sell it separately. I looked down in the questions because a lot of times people will ask, like, can you purchase, these items by themselves? And I didn't see any questions or answers regarding that. A lot of the questions were like, is this just like Kiara Sky? Is this like a praise? Like general questions when it comes to these like tip kits. Nothing regarding purchasing separately. I wish that you could purchase these items separately like you can with other companies as opposed to in a kit. Because honestly, I have so many nail tips at this point, from purchasing kits to like receiving, your nail lab boxes, like I will never get through these tips. Never. It's impossible. Like I'm gonna have to start giving some of them away. So, but it's a nice, easy process. I will say this only took me like 15 minutes and I'm filming. So that's pretty quick. I'll finish curing these in my large lamp and then I'll come back out to show you what they look like once they're on and that kind of thing. Okay, so they are all on. Obviously I have some like spillage of the gel that I'll clean up before I polish them, but I just wanted to show them like at the side. They're pretty flat, like relatively compared to some of my other nails, but keep in mind that the shorter the nail, the less arch that they will put into the nail. So that does make a little bit of sense. I mean, now that they're on and they're secure, they do feel like they're secure. I got some air bubbles in some of them, and honestly, that's just like application. That's my fault. It's not their fault. I will say they feel stronger with polish on them. I'm like kind of scared to like really push down hard just because I'm scared that it's gonna like bend or it's gonna pop off. So I don't want to push too hard, but they feel okay. They don't feel bad. I would probably consider this short, but give me 1 second. I have these ones and I have my Kiara Sky. So I just kind of want to compare the length. Yeah, so this is a medium in Kiara Sky and they're about the same. And I think this is called a short stiletto and this is a Macart. These are on a little bit longer, to be honest, but these are a stiletto, so you know the point's gonna go out a little bit more. I mean, even these feel stronger than these ones, to be honest, and these are like thin plastic, so do with that what you will. If you don't mind them being thin, like personally most of my nails I build up with polygel anyways, so it's not so much that I'm upset that they're thin, it's more the fact that they claim that they're these really strong nails and they're not. So that's my only issue. But I'm going to go ahead, clean these up, and just paint them, and I will come back with my final opinion on everything. Finished polishing. Looks quite nice now. I realized I didn't really show you guys the tips. So this is the short coffin, the square, the long coffin, the stiletto, and these are the almonds. So, what do I think? I like the lamp, I like the button, I like the size. I think the width makes it a lot easier to get your hands in and out. I do really like this gel. I think that it was quite nice. I like that it didn't smell at all. One thing I think I forgot to mention is that they are cruelty-free and vegan-free in all of these products, which I think is really nice and should be a standard, to be honest with you. I didn't use these little tips today, and I'm not going to use this chrome powder either because I think that looks like a really nice Halloween shade, so I'm going to keep that for October. But let's talk about the tips. I hate the packaging. I loathe the packaging.
Hate. Double hate. Loathe entirely.
Like, you're really gonna give me some drugstore nails on the post. Like, you couldn't at least take them out and put them in a bag. Like, as much as I hate the bags, I would have rather seen the bags than this. I think they're really thin and I think they're really small. So I think they need to change that. I think they need to do something about the tips because I know that their regular tips are really good quality and they come in a box. So either they give you different box options where you can just get one like shape like most companies do, or give you like the option to like customize, something like that. I also think that for what you're getting, I think that they could have like thrown in like a top coat or even like their primer and dehydrator in there for what you're getting and what you're paying. I didn't even mention I paid $19.99 for this on Amazon. It was on sale. They had posted a picture on their Instagram mentioning that it was 50% off. I still just don't think that what you're getting in the nail quality is worth that $20 price tag, in my humble opinion. But obviously you guys can be the judge of that. But again, I think you are getting two winners out of this kit, which kind of like I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. I don't know. It's so strange. Like if you guys have been following me for a while now, then you know that I'm like a huge fan of Model 1s. So to get like this kind of quality from them is really a shame, and it kind of stinks. And like was not expecting this review to take this turn. I honestly was expecting to like open this up and absolutely love it and like think it was a hit. But I don't think it is. Again, if you're putting like polygel on top of these or like really building them up with something, I don't think that it's that big of a deal. But to just throw polish on them, I don't think that they're strong enough. I definitely think you're probably going to lose a nail along the way. But only time will tell. Again, they're claiming a 21 to 30 day wear time. So I think that's going to be it for this video. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you ever recreate any of my looks, please go tag me on Instagram. That would be awesome. And don't forget to follow me, Luxe Nails by Jen. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and hit that bell notification button so you never miss a mani with me. Bye guys!